on, guys? Welcome to the Spawn Point podcast here on the Spawn Point Network. We're finally doing the damn thing, Jason.
Number one.
Damn right. I've been waiting probably 10 years
to
start a podcast, so
really?
super excited to do this, man. Always wanted to, just never had any friends. You know how that goes.
Oh, yeah, I know how that goes.
Anyways, first episode, so we're going to have a lot of, meat in this episode that we need to go over just because we want to make sure you guys are... You know who we are a little bit before we just jump into the regular flow of the show. So to start the show off with, I want to do brief introductions of ourselves. If you want a more detailed breakdown, we do have a video up on our YouTube channel, Spawn Point Network on YouTube. You can watch. But briefly, we'll just kind of go into our gaming history, what we like to play, our genres, and things like that. And Jason, I'll let you go ahead and take it away from here.
Okay, well, like Cameron said, my name is Jason. I've been playing games for as long as I can remember. It goes way back. We're talking Commodore 64 was my first gaming experience, followed by, all the Nintendos and all that fun stuff. I'm a big Nintendo guy. I have been since I was a kid. So, genres, it's everything, honestly. RPGs, shooters, racing games, beat 'em ups, surprisingly lately. Little bit of everything. I'm playing a lot of my Switch 2 lately. It's kind of been my go-to, but I'm not afraid to try anything new. Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of my brief intro.
Fucking hell yeah, dude. So my name is Cameron, PS5 primarily, PC guy. Jason's a little older than me, not much. Don't let him fool you. He always likes to act like he's a fucking ancient man with a cane and can't fucking get around anymore, which is untrue.
Getting there.
My earliest game memory was my aunt playing F-Zero on her SNES. Is that SNES or NES? I think it's SNES.
Yeah, that's SNES.
I was very young at the time, couldn't understand what was going on. But other than that, I played games for my entire life. Grew up primarily with a GameCube. Was kind of my first console that I had. And then as I grew a little bit older, switched to 360. That was my primary console through high school. But I've owned PS3, 360, PS4, PS5. I've built a PC, so I've got access to the PC library as well. But I've just been playing games since I was a very young kid, going on, I guess, 3 decades at this point. Is that the right word? I think so. So, a lot of experience. As far as genres, I'm a big Souls-like guy. I love Souls-likes. I love action RPGs, racing games. Pretty much everything. There are some games that there are some genres I guess I try to avoid that might come up in this conversation, but we'll see. But pretty much open for the most part. So I think everybody's got their things they shy away from, but right now, JRPGs...
I definitely do. I didn't mention that. I definitely do.
JRPGs are a highlight right now of my gaming life. Arcade games, I don't know where that came from. Maybe we'll talk about that later. And just kind of anything that comes up that I'm interested in. So that's pretty much it for me. Again, if you want more information on our backgrounds, we do have that intro video that you can go and visit at any point in time. So check that out. Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're just going to jump right into it from here. We've got a few games to discuss that we've been playing. And again, this is not the podcast to come to if you're looking for only conversations on the newest releases. That is not what we try to do. We play what we want to play, no matter how old it is. And the goal is hopefully you guys can find something different or unique and check something out that may be a little bit older.
Yeah.
New games will definitely happen here, but just not going to be the highlight of our content. So, that being said, I'm going to let Jason, we're going to go ahead and pass it over to you. You have provided footage for, I called it Bakeroo, and I thought this was a fucking, I thought this was a cooking sim. And then I got the footage, and that is not at all what we're looking at here. So, tell us about Bakeroo, I believe is how it's pronounced. I don't know. Go ahead.
So I was gonna bring up the fact that you thought it was a baking game, and I was like, dude, I will never send you a gameplay footage on a baking game.
Don't say that.
That's not my jam.
I have played Chef Sim on Steam, and it's kind of fucking cool. Okay, so chill out.
Okay.
Chill out. All right.
What? Cooking Mama on the 3DS? I think I played that. So
anyway, Cooking Mama.
Bakeroo.
All right, Bakeroo. Let's go.
Bakeroo is a 3D action platformer made by Goodfeel. They did what was it? The last game they did before this, I believe, was Princess Peach Showtime. They work with Nintendo quite a bit, but you play as Bakaru. He's actually a Tanuki, which is in Japan is a raccoon dog. I don't know if you remember like Super Mario Brothers. You can get
the Tanuki
like,
suit.
Tanuki suit.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're playing as. So you have different transitions that you can basically turn into. You start as you're seeing, just the straight up boy. You fight with drumsticks. It's not a rhythm game, but it has a lot of rhythm elements built into it. So you're primarily fighting with drumsticks, and you can pull up a shield like I just did there. And the shield is a giant drum, and then the enemies hit that, blocks you from getting damage. But yeah, you can transition into different. I'm using a yo-yo style transformation in this section here, and it's very simple, not very deep, but just fun. Not all, there's a story in there. It is what it is, just to kind of get you from one level to the next, and it is level based. I think there's quite a few. There's like 60 some levels in it. Eventually you get about to the halfway point, the map starts getting bigger, it expands. So that was one of my worries when I first started playing it, because you literally have to run through from one little area of the map to the next, and I'm like, if this keeps going, it's going to be a long run from one area to the other.
Damn.
You end up getting an airship, and then you can just kind of move around the whole open, well, it's not really open world, open map, to get to your next area. So fun, like I said, simple, just a fun run around and beat shit up type of game.
Hell yeah. You've been into these lately, which is cool. I got a few questions. Okay. First off, shoot. Is there any cooking shit in this game? Are you pot and panning anybody? Or is that just a Japanese translation thing?
That, I believe, is just a Japanese translation thing.
Is this like tied to a anime or manga or something, or is it just a completely new IP from them?
I think so. So I wrote down a note here. It is the spiritual successor to Mystical Ninja. I don't know what that one is. I don't know what that one is.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, no, I don't believe it's based on, I think it's their own story from what I've gathered.
Yeah, I mean, art style is great. Yeah. I think that it's very, very approachable from that aspect. You were mentioning
it's fast.
Yeah, fast. Yeah,
but fun. Yeah.
So you were mentioning open world. So it's all open world, or you said it was level based, but also open world. Can you explain how that works?
Let me back that up a little bit. It's level based with an open map. So when you get done with a level, it throws you back into a almost like kind of like a JRPG style. When you leave like an area, then you go into like your map area.
Gotcha.
And then it's just kind of wide open, and then you can run from place to place. It's not really open world. It's just a big map that you can move from one area to the next.
Gotcha. So is there like a in-depth skill system? Like is there like a combo system here that you're progressively kind of increasing the difficulty of the combat or the fluidity of the combat through the experience, or is it just go in and smash X and beat everybody to a pulp?
Kind of just go in and smash stuff. Doesn't really have any RPG elements. There are vendors set up in each level. You could buy little trinkets and stuff from them, food, a speed boost, but those are just for that level, and they're all on like a timer. So the second you use them, you know that starts the timer, and then eventually they wear out. Where the combo system, I guess, could kick in would be when throughout the course of the game you get new transformations. So you've got a guy that kind of slings yo-yos around. You got a guy that shoots these little pistols. You have a guy that's basically almost like a mech style guy with just big punching hands, and you can punch through stuff. So it's more like that than like leveling up and unlocking new gameplay styles.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I am I would say averse I avoid beat 'em ups for the most part. I mean, the only beat 'em up I
Okay.
have experience with is TMNT, arcade TMNT, and The Simpsons. All right,
It's one of the best. It's one of the best too.
I know it's one of the best. I just don't understand the draw or the. We're going to talk about
No.
this. We're going to talk about this later in the podcast because we have to go over some more stuff before we get there. But
Bunch of stuff.
what exactly? What's the hook in this game for you that allowed you to be able to get through the game and actually roll credits and finish the project?
So it's unlocking the new transformations I thought
Mhm.
were kind of cool.
Mhm.
You do kind of get them slowly. You know, like I said, I think I said 60 levels. I think there's like 47 total.
Mhm.
And you go through probably a good 8 to 10 before you get your first one, another 10 before you get your second one. So they're doled out kind of slowly, but it's enough to like, what's the next one going to be?
Yeah.
That kind of kept me going. The gameplay is just fun.
Yeah. Of course.
I guess that's the simplest way I can put that it kept me going.
Mhm.
And the environments, boss battles, all that kind of stuff kept me intrigued to the end. And it's not super long. I think 12, 15 hours is what
Oh, not bad.
I ended up putting into it.
Not
So
bad.
yeah, no, not bad. If it was any longer, it might have been a struggle to get to the end. I think it's just the right length.
So you mentioned boss battles there. I guess I didn't even think about that. So how often, like within that 47 level structure, how many bosses did you fight through the game?
Okay, so
Without spoiling,
really-
obviously.
without spoiling
Yeah.
anything, like I said, at about the halfway point, you end up getting an airship that kind of can move you around. I don't think that's a big spoiler. It's just
Nah,
an easier way to
movement
get around
mechanic,
the map. Yeah, but at that same
like a
point,
boss
something
battle on
else
screen now.
happens.
Sorry.
Yeah, looks like it.
Uh,
At that point, kind of a secondary part of the story opens up where you have to rescue some people, 6 total. So then it kind of transitions into like go through 5 levels. On the 6th level, there's a boss. After you beat that boss, you rescue the person that you're
sure.
out looking for.
Gotcha.
So in the first half of the game, there might have been a few bosses thrown in here and there. Nothing big, but the reason you're doing these boss battles for the second half of the game is this boss is the one keeping this person you're looking for captive.
Gotcha.
So you got to beat them in order to unlock.
Gotcha.
Or well, not unlock, but yeah, rescue.
So it sounds
Yep.
just like a dumb fun romp, right?
Exactly.
Popcorn flicking game
Exactly.
form kind of
Yep.
experience. So
Nothing too deep. just shut your brain off and beat the shit out of some things.
it's always great. So I look for those
Sometimes
games. I look for those.
Sometimes that's all you need.
So Bakaru.
Bakaru.
Got it.
Bakaru.
Switch from PC, $39.99 full price. Yeah, man.
Sounds right.
What do you? So
It
like
goes on sale a lot.
Okay, goes on sale.
I see it on sale a lot. I mean, I've had it for a while, but I do see it pop up in sales and stuff too. So
Cool. Anything else you want to say about Bakaru before we move on?
I don't believe I do. Just check it out. The gameplay footage looks cool, give it a shot. It's a fun, dumb time.
How long? How deep of a discount do we see on this? When did it release? Also, double question.
Oh,
Don't know.
that's a
couple years
great
ago.
question. At 2023, I believe.
23
I don't
is when
remember
it drops
the
down to?
month. Yeah, it's been out for
here.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and I picked it up shortly after, and then just that whole backlog problem. It sat there for a while,
of
and then recently I just started playing it again, and was like, you know what, this isn't that long. I'm gonna get my way through this, and I had fun. I
Yeah.
had a good time.
It
getting
did
through
come out in 2023, November 30th. Yeah, I feel the backlog problem for sure. For sure.
Lord.
Got a 9 out of 10 review from Steam. Fucking people liked this game.
Yeah.
Sweet. I didn't even know it existed. But anyway,
There you go.
$39.99.
This is what we're here for.
That's right. This is the whole point of the
We're
show.
gonna bring you stuff that maybe you didn't know about.
Hell yeah. $39.99 Steam and PC. Pick it up. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys think of Bakaru. We would love to hear that, of course. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into Skate Story. Game from this year, so our first modern game conversation here.
A new one.
Skate Story is interesting. I heard about this game through podcasts I was listening to and decided to give it a try for myself. Very weird concept for this game. You play as a demon in hell, and you are the glass skater, and you're given a contract from the devil at the very beginning of the game, and he tasks you with going out in the 7 layers of the underworld and eating all of the moons in the layers of the underworld in order to basically free your soul. Twists and turns occur. Not going to spoil it, but that's not exactly how the game goes. But that's your main thorough line to get through the game. But the plot goes a million different places. It's not necessarily a game I would say you would play for the story because it is so convoluted and crazy. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I want to make that very clear. I love the fact that this game was made by Sam Eng, a one-man developer, and he had the creative freedom. He had the creative freedom to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do here, and he clearly did that. So even though I don't fully understand what all occurred narratively, I love the creativity, and I'm never going to fault someone for that just because I'm too stupid to understand what's going on. So to break it down even further, the NPCs that you meet throughout the game are a cartoon drawing of a frog. Your best friend in the game is a realistic depiction of a rabbit. You run into a large skull, and his name is Larry. He becomes one of your good friends. And then you also have a friend that is your subway that you use to travel in the underworld through each level. And the subway itself is sentient and has conversations with you. So it just goes all these different places. So when you're trying to keep the narrative in line, but you're talking to a floating skull and a rabbit and a cartoon frog and all this other shit, it just kind of goes out the window. So throughout my playthrough, I just, I had the main plot point in my head. I got to eat these fucking moons. Anything else that happens is way over my knowledge barrier. I can't keep up with it. So that's going to happen in this game. However, the gameplay in this game is fucking solid. I think with skateboarding games in particular, you can really have issues with mechanics a lot of times.
Yes, you can.
And this game does a nice job of being new because it doesn't feel like anything I've ever played before. So all the controls are actually
look like it either.
Yeah, all the controls are very tight. And instead of like Tony Hawk, for example, how you would do like button mashing to do tricks and stuff, in this game you actually use the triggers and the bumpers, and they both indicate your feet. So the left bumper, you'd be able to put your toe on the back of your board, and you'd hit that, and then it pulls up a little timing meter on your screen, and then you have to hit circle to pop the board into the air. So you get this like timing mini game with each trick that you do. And then as the game progresses, so like a traditional kickflip is one button press plus the circle button to pop the ollie, and then you do the kickflip. And that's all timing based. But there are more advanced tricks in the game. So for example, if you want to do a tray flip or a bunch of other really in-depth hard tricks, it's a combination of triggers to get your feet in the right position. And then that timing system meter, it's way, way, way more complex. So this bar is going fucking all over the place, and you just have this little piece that you have to land in. That being said, it's not do or die if you miss that meter. It's just if you hit the meter, you're able to pop higher in order to like get the right height to hit a rail, for example. So it just makes it's realistic in the fact that you're not going to be able to usually hit like a double kick flip onto a rail and then bounce off. It's just you don't have the height or the time to rotate the board in order to do that from the ground. So you have to go in with usually an ollie or a kick flip or a simple trick to hit that timing correctly if you're trying to go for a rail, that sort of thing. So this game was made by a skateboarder. Sam Eng is a professional skateboarder, which is actually pretty cool that he developed it, and you can feel skateboarding culture in this game. And I think that's absolutely incredible. It's something we did not get from Skate from this year, which was an absolute bland as hell game. Yeah. So everything that game lacks as far as skateboarding culture is put into Skate Story in spades.
Interesting.
As you go through the levels of hell, you unlock these sticker machines that you can purchase stickers, and you can put the sticker on your board, and you can just fill the whole bottom side of your board with stickers, which is just sick.
That's cool.
Yep, and you get cosmetics as you go through the game as well. So gameplay is really phenomenal here. The only main complaint that I have is the camera. It's just a little. So basically, it's very close to your character, but it's offset just enough, which is it makes sense. It's a nice aesthetic look, but I just had problems lining up rails many times throughout my playthrough just because of the way that the camera was positioned on the character, and unfortunately, there is no camera settings in the game to be able to kind of adjust that to make it a little bit better for yourself. I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world, but there was just many times where I kind of ran into that issue as I was playing through the game. But other than that, I think it's a great time. I think it's a really, really fun experience. It doesn't take a whole long time to beat. It's not something that's going to hold you hostage. I think I was looking I think it was about 6 to 8 hours, somewhere in that ballpark, to kind of go through everything. There was a lot of side quests and stuff that I bypassed on those underworld levels. But I think it was pretty solid. I would recommend checking it out if the footage, at least if you're watching the video version, looks interesting to you. But it's kind of all I have to say about Skate Story.
Okay. Well, I had some questions, but I think you answered at least a couple of them in your description. I mean, you can't. It's hard to hear a game called Skate Story and not compare it to a Tony Hawk, Skate. Just the word skate. You were saying about the camera, it does look very Skate in the camera. It's lower. Tony Hawk always had kind of a higher camera angle, straight on, much easier to line up rails and stuff. You did mention that there are vert tricks, just regular street tricks and rail grinding in this.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and I want to mention as well, the sound design fucks in this game. I don't know how he did that, but he nailed the sound of a skateboard in every aspect. Like, the grind sound is incredibly satisfying. The pop sound off the ground is amazing. I mean, you would expect that the guy that made the game is a fucking skateboarder, so he's going to put extra effort into making that be more authentic, and this game fucking kills it.
For sure. I did not. That's an aspect I did not know. I mean, obviously I've heard of this game. I keep meaning to give it a shot. I probably will eventually, but I did not know it was created by an actual skateboarder. And you can kind of tell. I mean, as wild as the concept is and the story sounds, the skateboarding, like if you took all the glass stuff out, all the crazy shit in the background or whatever, it could be a regular skateboarding game.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not that wild that it's like this wouldn't even be a skateboarding game. So that part I thought was pretty cool. Can you get off the board?
You can get off the board. So that's another thing I'll mention. So in each layer of hell, you have a very well designed, essentially skate park kind of there's like it's a pseudo very small open environment. So you can go into each level and just have a sesh in this area because he designed it to be able to be played just at will. So let's just say you want to jump in and just have a skate session and not progress the story. You have that option in this game, and they're all well designed. I'm not a skateboarder personally, so that's not really my that's not really my vibe, but that stuff is all in there. I passed most of that up, but you can do that. And then once you want to progress the story, there's a very simple plot line that you have to go through each different level to kind of advance. Then you go through an archway and it becomes like this very tight, difficult section where you kind of are funneling towards the moon. And then the moon becomes kind of a boss fight in a way.
That's cool.
And the boss fights are broken down into segmented health bars. So let's just say you string tricks together to build score. Once you get to the end of your combo, you want to hit square at the top of a trick to stomp the trick down, and that'll deal damage to the boss.
Makes sense.
The issue with this is, though, so you have the segmented health bar. So if you deal, let's just say each segment's 3,000 health, right? If I string a combo together that's 30,000, like a massive combo, I can only stomp out the 3,000 damage. So it's kind of strange in that way because you don't necessarily know how much you need to do to keep chunking it away. And if you go overboard, then you're really just kind of wasting your time. So
you're wasting the time. Okay.
That's a little bit interesting. But it is more, having it designed that way does keep you in the world more, and I think this is going a lot further into the aesthetics than a lot of games would. So I think he wants to kind of keep you in the environment and in the atmosphere that the game offers. So interesting, but yeah, it's a little bit different there.
Very. Okay. One more question, and then we can move on.
Mhm.
You mentioned that some of the levels are set up like kind of like skate parks, but some of the footage looks pretty linear. So
Yeah.
is it from point A to point B with a lot of stuff in between, or because you're not really like going for like a score attack and being like, oh, you got 30
Right.
seconds to knock out the, it looks very point A to point B. Is that true, or
Yeah, so my footage is
am I
not
missing something?
representative of the game here at all. So
Oh,
what you're
well, good job on
seeing,
that one.
well, I mean, it is, but this is my footage represents going from the start of the game to the end of the game. So how the game progresses is you have these segmented sections that are very go from point to point. You have to get enough score in that segment to be able to go to the next point, right? So as you're traveling through this like kind of narrow, tight, high speed section, like you're seeing on the screen here, I'm accumulating points to open the next archway. Once that archway opens, and I open enough archways, I do the boss fight, defeat the boss fight, and then I progress to a lower level of the underworld, basically. Once you get to that lower level, you wake up in whatever the game sets you in. It could be a bakery or a bedroom. Like it's just random that you wake up some random place. Yeah. And then you can just walk, out of that establishment. And that's where this big kind of open skate park is designed.
Okay.
So each level of the underworld has its own separate skate park you can kind of sesh with.
Gotcha.
And there are some activities you can do in those open worlds to get more money to be able to purchase new decks and wheels and stuff from the shops if you want to have that experience. I didn't do a lot of that, but they have like iconically skate letters like Tony Hawk and some of those. Like there's a mini game where you have to collect the letters to get stuff. And once you do that, you get money that you can spend in the shop, and so on and so forth. So it's open world to very linear when you decide you want to progress the story, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. One more question.
Yeah.
Is there baking in this?
There's no
game?
fucking baking in this, dude. Jesus Christ. I don't know how you can even blame me for thinking that. That's bullshit. Anyways, Skate Story is $19.99. You can get it on PS5, Switch 2, and PC. And if you have PlayStation Plus, it is on there for you to download at your leisure. So that's it for Skate Story. Moving right along, Jason. The next one I believe is you. You want to go ahead and tell them about?
Oh,
Absalom.
So I'm having a lot of fun with this one. It is I wrote some notes down here. It is a fantasy roguelike beat 'em up. So I believe it was this game that kind of re-sparked my beat 'em up obsession lately. None of the things I played apart from this are, I wouldn't say as good, but this one really, really hooked me. And I think it's the roguelike / beat 'em up that really got me, because it does enough with the beat 'em up genre to really like it. It hooked me. I played this one for quite a while. So roguelike in a sense that obviously you die, you start over at the beginning. There is meta progression, so there's multiple different kinds of currencies. I don't remember what they're all called, but there are multiple people in your home base, as I would call it, that you can talk to after each run. And each one of them has a different set of upgrades, essentially, that they can give you. You spend your points, you upgrade, so every time you go back into a run, you're a little bit more powerful. Or maybe you have different, not really finishing moves, but like ultimate moves to perform, and then that gauge fills back up. You pick up different items along the way. They don't really lay it out in a sense that like you're clearing this one area, but they do in a way that like when you hit the last enemy in that area, there's a slowdown, everything kind of slows down, and then this weird tree grows up from the ground, and it spawns out these 3 different upgrades that you can get that you can carry with you for the end of that run. So there's meta progression you go back, but there's also a little bit of progression per level. I guess that's pretty roguelike. That's kind of a thing that's in all roguelikes. But just mixing it with the beat 'em up style, like it's really cool. Art style is phenomenal. It's almost like the animation is really good, but it's purposely like I want to say choppy, but it's not choppy. It's like there's certain animations that like you start and then you kind of into it like kind of quickly. I'm not doing a real great job of describing that, but
I mean, and that sounds like it's designed to make it feel more impactful, right?
It is, yes. Yeah. It's definitely part of the design. I mean, it's like that on purpose. I'm not trying to say it doesn't run well. It runs great. There's a little loot demon there that you can get a bunch of gold for. So, yeah, the gold. There's like a tree back at the home base that you can spend gold on to get. Those are slightly more minor upgrades. There's other types of currency that it's much more rare. Those get you the good stuff once you can get back. There are 4 total playable characters. Each one definitely does play differently. I don't want to spoil anything for people that haven't gotten them all, but they're quite interesting. And then each character obviously has their own set of upgrades and things that they can get. Music's great, very, very punchy sound effects. It slaps when you're trying to like, clear out a whole room of enemies and you just hear this pop pop, constantly. Yeah. It's got a great art style, great sound design. Took me probably longer than I would say most people. I think I put close to 30 hours into it. I know you can get there quicker if you really want to, but I was kind of taking my time with it. Honestly, I was just having fun. There's also, it's linear in a sense that you kind of go from one section to the next, but in each section there are branching paths. So when I say you have to start from the beginning, yeah, you do got to start from the beginning, but the next run that you go into, you can say, this time I'm going to go this way. And it's a whole different path. It's set in the same biome. There's 4 different biomes. It's set in the same biome, but there's multiple different paths that you can take to get to the next biome. And it's just enough to make up that, like, if you got so far and you die and you go back to the beginning, you want to try it again. It's not frustrating to the point where you're like, I just went through that and I died and I got to freaking start over. But if you know roguelites, that's kind of the vibe. It's kind of what you do. Yeah. That is part of the vibe. But yeah, it's a ton of fun. I had a blast with this.
Hell yeah! How long is a run?
Yeah,
a success. Let's say you can do a successful run.
Okay.
Successful run. How long are we talking?
Man, so that was. If I do have a complaint, and I understand, I just got through saying that it's a roguelite, you die, you go back to the beginning. But you go back to the beginning, the very first area. To make it from the first area to the final boss, I mean, easily over an hour.
Ooh, yeah, that's long. That's tough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe towards the end, by the time I did finally make it to the end, I'd still probably say a good 45 minutes to get from the beginning section to the end. Yeah. But that's not the whole point.
No. Of course it's not.
It's fun to just jump back in.
It is an aspect we have to talk about when we're talking about a roguelike. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
One of the major draws with roguelikes is that jump in, jump out experience. And if you do somehow miraculously get a good build going, you want to know how long you're committed to. So I think that's a good conversation to at least talk about and bring up. But
for sure.
This looks extremely Devolver Digital published to me, not published by Devolver, I'm learning. Made by the Streets of 4 team, .emu.
Yep.
Did you play Streets of Rage 4?
Oh yeah. finished that one a while
Okay.
ago. That
Yeah, okay.
that's great.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously
Very similar vibes.
similar vibes.
But obviously a fantasy setting. Yeah.
Okay. So you said there might a bunch of different currencies. After you've played for an extended amount of time, does it become trivialized as far as difficulty goes when you jump into a new run after you've got all the micro progression systems kind of filled up in the main hub area?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I would say a little bit. So that could be somewhat of a complaint. It does a little bit. So the one thing I wish was, so like I said, I believe there's 4 biomes, like 4, and they're islands.
Sure.
Once you get through one, you get on a ship, you go to the next one. I wish that, and each one has has mini bosses and then a final boss of each biome. I wish that, like, when you beat the final boss on the biome that you just played through, and then you get to the next area, if you die there, I kind of wish you could start in each biome.
Yeah.
Even if you had to do the biomes in different orders, even that would be cool. Just to kind of mix it up. You're always starting in the same place, so you see the same starting area over and over again.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get to the 4th one, you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, I've been here before, but it's been a while.
Right.
So I guess that's my only complaint. I don't know what that would do to the story, because you are kind of like, you're knocking out these bosses as you go through, and it would be kind of weird if you mix and match them, but maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I think that's the one thing that I wish was slightly different in this one.
And I assume it's a roguelike. There's no saving in between in your runs. No.
Nope.
No. So you're stuck.
Nope.
You're locked in.
You're stuck. You're locked in.
I think this game looks sick. I just beat 'em ups for me are kind of not.
I know.
Talked about this. So
we did.
I think this game looks cool. I just I don't know. I think I actually do want to try. I love the art style. I think it looks really nice. I mean, it's great. Dotemu is kind of becoming a little bit of a goat in the beat 'em up realm.
Yeah, they are. They are for sure. I mean, when you talk about beat 'em ups, I mean, Streets of Rage 4 is like somebody's, highest beat 'em up. They're top beat 'em up. I mean, for a reason. They're well done.
Yeah, absolutely. So these upgrades you're getting mid run, are the weapons tied to the character, or what are you getting? Okay. So the weapons are character dependent. So you're getting like passive upgrades throughout the run.
Yeah, right, correct. You have these, like, you're building up this meter, and you can unleash your character's special attack.
Gotcha.
So there are things tied to, like, there's one where after you pull off your special attack, you leave a little turret type thing on the ground that continues to fire at enemies around you. Just stuff like that. Little add-ons to the weapons that you already have. But yes, each character has their own weapon, essentially. Kind of two, in a sense. There's a heavy attack, and then there's a light attack. One of the characters, he just uses his fists, and he just punches. He's got a heavy punch and a lighter punch. Some of them have a punch, and then when they do their heavy attack, it's a sword. So
there's character specific upgrades that you're getting through the run.
Yep.
It's not all general,
100%.
General passive,
I mean,
like shit. I mean, there is some of that, right? But
some of some of them are general things. Like, every character can get that particular upgrade. It's just
tweaked for them.
Every character, yes, it's tweaked for that character.
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of upgrades are you locking in the main hub world that are progressive, the macro upgrades? So you'd like damage numbers increase, or
yes, your general kind of stuff like that. Your damage increase, your health increase, the amount of damage your special does. I'm trying to think of all of them, but yeah, a lot of that type of stuff. You also can hire like companions that can come with you. So there's a part of the skill tree that upgrades your companions, gives them more health, makes them a little bit stronger. Then they can stay with you just a little bit longer, per run before they're finally wiped out. And once they're wiped out, they're gone. So
this game has co-op, right? Local co-op.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear.
Yep. It's great. It's great with 2 players. It gets a little chaotic, but it's fun.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Any baking or cooking in this game?
Let me no.
All right.
No bacon. Is that going to be our thing?
Shit. I don't think so, but it'll be our thing for today. This will be the baking
I think
episode.
It should be.
Absalom Switch, PS5, PS4, PC. Sorry about it, Microsoft. $24.99 for this game, and sounds like pretty solid for that price. I love the
Very
market
solid.
right now. These fucking indie games with these nice discount prices. Don't got to spend
fantastic.
$80. Fucks.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Keep it coming.
fucks. Absolutely, man. This is the way the industry should be.
Yep.
Listen,
It's fantastic.
I love it. All right. Check out Absalom. Absolutely. Sounds like a great time. I think I'm going to have to check it out for myself as well. Jason told me about this a long time ago on break, and I was like, bro, I ain't playing no beat 'em up. I might have to get on board.
Yep.
I might have to get on board.
Yep. I think you should at least give it a shot.
Yeah, why not, man? I got that. Did you see my video on that fucking piece of shit arcade stick I got?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. That fucking pissed me off.
I saw that.
Got an arcade stick because I wanted to have 80s and 90s arcade games, and it's just all fucking NES ports, and it just made me angry. Anyway, so Absalom, check it out. Moving on, Legend of Dragoon. We got a vintage. Got a vintage one to talk about. I don't exactly know why I started this game, to be completely honest. I actually dropped Metaphor ReFantazio from 24, which I know, big hurts there. And I was like, I don't have time for a JRPG. And then I started Legend of Dragoon, which is a fucking...
So why not pick up another JRPG?
Yeah, what a stupid ass. Anyway, PS1 JRPG. It's an absolute classic. This is on a lot of JRPG fans is probably top 5. It's up there with Final Fantasy VII and all of the Chrono Trigger and all the big hitters. I started this one. It's on PlayStation Plus, free to download at any time if you want to dive into it. And I've really been enjoying it, and I can't explain why this game clicked with me and Metaphor didn't. I don't know if the story is very basic. It's a PS1 game after all, so it's not going to be life-changing. It doesn't really compare to what's out there now, but personally for me, I love going back to old video games just to see the history of how these genres have developed over time. It's one of my favorite things to do, and there was enough story in here to hook me, and I'm really happy for that. So I think the music is fantastic. I love the blocky character models. I just have it's just charming to me, and I find it very enjoyable. As far as the JRPG combat mechanics, it's pretty straightforward here. You're looking at elemental affinities to deal more damage based on enemies' weaknesses, slow turn-based combat. The one change that this game has, opposed to just your standard straightforward Final Fantasy VII combat, is you are able to turn into a dragoon. So your characters are just who they are, but they have a stone that is assigned to them and allows them to become a dragoon, which is a dragon warrior from the past, basically. And they inherit their body, and they're able to do more powerful attacks and things like that. So that's kind of the progression system. But yeah, the story is interesting. I don't really want to go into it too much. I'm still in progress with Legend of Dragoon. I'm about 10 hours in, so I'm not at a point where I want to talk about plot yet. It is very surface level. I mean, I say surface level, but JRPGs build as time goes on. So I haven't had enough time for this game to really sink its narrative roots into me, but for whatever reason, I am hooked into the combat. So, yeah, it's really cool. I'm very happy to go back and play this. And I love that PlayStation is doing their part in keeping retro gaming alive through their PlayStation Plus system and allowing us to access these games as time goes on. So, very cool game. I don't really know much else to say since I'm still so early.
No.
The other nice thing the combat does, which is one of my favorite aspects of Expedition 33, is there is real-time mechanics in this combat system. So when you do an attack, you do have to hit some skill checks on the screen. It's basically a QTE kind of mini game that happens, and if you're able to land the QTEs in the right timing, you get more damage. And if you miss one, your combo kind of stops. So that just keeps the real-time combat engaging, and I appreciate this game for doing that such a long fucking time ago. So yeah, I really dig it. I don't really know if there's anything more to say about it. I don't know if you have any questions.
No, I do actually, and I think that's the quick time events, the little small touches in the turn-based combat are what I like, which is why I haven't, which is why I'm surprised that I haven't gotten into Clear Obscure yet, because I think that part
Oh
of the
my
combat
God,
looks
that fucking game is
really
so good.
cool.
It's the best game I've
I
ever
know,
played.
I know.
It's the best game I've ever played in my life.
I will get there.
We
dude.
made
I
a
will
promise
get
to
there.
ourselves. He's gonna play my favorite game, and I gotta play Legend of Zelda: Break My Weapons in the Wild. So
no, you got that wrong. That's the wrong title.
That is the right title.
No, it's not.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, Legend of Dragoon classic.
We'll fight about this forever.
Well, I might change my mind. When I beat it after I go through my
and I will too.
12,000th sword. I would have to guess. Got to look at weapons like ammo in that game. I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, that's it for Legends of Dragoon. This is going to be a developing conversation as we go. Maybe.
You said you're playing this on your PS5 through
playing on PS5
Plus?
through PlayStation Plus. You can get this game digitally.
Playing on your Portal?
I am playing on my Portal as well.
Are you playing on? Yeah. Nice.
I mean, that's one of the. We can talk about the Portal. That thing released and it was a piece of shit. I mean, that thing had made no sense at release. The whole marketing behind the Portal was it had to connect to your PlayStation. So you had this remote device that you had to have a PS5 within range for it to even work. They did just release an update for that thing where you can actually connect to the streaming library through Wi-Fi. So you don't need your console anymore, but you still need Wi-Fi.
Very
so
cool.
You can't download things to it, but that was a massive upgrade, which just improved my usage of the Portal massively. We can talk about that later, but yes, this is a game I absolutely play on the Portal. It's easy lay in bed, get some things done. I will say though, with that, old video game. So when I play old games, I want to experience them the same way they were on release. Well, I'm mentioning this because I use the save points that are built into the game, right? I don't use the new features where you can save state and continue right where you left off. There is some gaps in this game. So I'd have to make sure if I decide that I want to play in bed, I'm going to be able to stay up and get to the next save point to be able to save and continue. I can't save state. I feel like it breaks the flow that was intended by the developers. So I refuse to do it. Maybe I'm just being stubborn, but that's something that's worth note. You got to be able to set a little bit of time aside to make progress, unless you're not afraid of that shit. So
I do like the fact that some of this these older games you can play on modern consoles at least give you that option.
Of course, I'm all for accessibility. All for it.
Something pops up and you got to stop or whatever. I mean, I think that's great. That's one of the things I love about my Switch too. Is like I could be right in the middle of something, hit that home button, set it down. Days could go by, pick it up, exact same spot.
Absolutely, I am all for accessibility, 100%. I'm not shaming anyone that uses it, but I see myself as like a historian. I enjoy experiencing it like I would have if I had played it back then. So I kind of do the Iron Man format with it. To the point that, like, if I have to get up from Legend of Dragoon, I fucking pause it if I haven't found a save point, and I come back to my still on, console. I don't know. That's just me, and I'm not shitting on anybody that uses those systems. They should absolutely be there. I'm all for accessibility. So very cool. Other than that, that's about it. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
There's not much to talk about.
No,
here,
this isn't one that I played. I've heard a lot about it, but yeah,
it's pretty good so far. A lot of game left though. Yeah. Could be spoiled. I don't think it will be. I think I'm going to keep digging on it for sure. But
keep rolling.
$70 to $125 physical complete in box PS1 if you want to find it for the original console. You can get it for $10, $9.99 on digital storefronts. That's about it. Let's move on to one we've both played. We got Everybody's Golf next.
Oh yeah.
This the most addicting game for no apparent reason.
No reason.
I don't understand it exactly. Tell them about Everybody's Golf, Jason.
Well, so Everybody's Golf Hot Shots is the newest game in the. Is it in the Hot Shots?
It is in that line. It's in the Hot Shots line.
I know.
It was localized in America as Everybody's Golf. So it started as Hot Shots, became Everybody's Golf in America, and now it's Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. So it's both titles.
So they just took the two names and
pushed them together,
mashed them together. Okay,
so,
that's what I thought. I just couldn't remember.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's if you've ever played a Hot Shots game, it's just the new one of those.
Yep.
There's just something about these games that like it's golf, but it's so fun.
It's
Like
got to be the most
I-
content diverse fucking golf game in existence.
oh, big time.
Oh
big
my
time.
lord.
Well, there's so much to unlock in this too.
Never ending.
It's nuts, and it takes a while.
Forever.
Like, I mean,
Too-
you play
too
for
long.
hours, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like you got a new caddy. I'm like, good because I'm using the same caddy for fucking 10
I know.
hours.
My caddy's max
So-
right now.
Yeah. So, but it's just, I don't know. There's something about these games that they're just enjoyable to play. I think Cameron said something about it, being a little frustrating at times, which it can be.
Of course.
But I don't know. They're
You got to
just
have some friction.
fun. There's not.
For those of you
Yeah,
that haven't played
yeah,
Hot
for
Shots, it's Mario Golf is more accessible. It's that. It's
Okay.
just not Mario
Good way to
Golf.
put it.
It's
It's just not
it's
Mario Golf.
arcade golf. Very, very enjoyable for some reason. It's a good game to pop in and just do a course once in a while, do something.
Yep.
But I have put in, I think, 15 hours, and I still have over half of the roster to unlock in this game.
Same here.
Fucking crazy. So
Yeah, it's.
a lot of
I don't know
stuff.
how long they wanted people to be playing this game, but apparently a long time.
Well, I will tell you, I tried online on PS5, dead as fuck.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
That's
didn't
too
hold a
bad.
player base. But
That's
I don't-
too bad.
yeah, it is too bad for sure. But they do some fun things in between the courses. They have different courses with like meteor cups that are fucking huge, and then you got tornado cups and all bunch of
Sucks the
special
ball right into the
variety.
hole.
Yep. So it's just a dumb, fun, good time. Not really
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
that needs to be over analyzed. There's stories
Not
for
really.
each character, but who's playing the game for that? Nobody. I skip all
boy,
those
I
fuckers.
I turned that off. You can turn off.
Yeah.
You can just change
Skip
it
it.
quick
Yep.
mode.
Yep.
Those stories
Oh,
in
yeah.
those cutscenes between each round. Holy moly,
Yeah.
they're going way long. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah. So everybody's golf's a game that I'm probably going to be playing for the next probably 6 months off and on, just to kind of
Yeah.
keep plugging away at it because it is such an easy game to jump in and jump out of.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's everybody's.
How long did it take you to realize that you got to eat food to
I've not
level
eaten
up
food
your
one time.
stats?
What? You level up
You
your
have to.
stats? I've not eaten a single
Yes.
piece of food. Bro, what?
All right.
I thought they were
So,
a temporary
go-
boost for that round.
No, that is how you level up the stats of each character.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes, and each type of food is associated with a different type of stat. So you got power, you got spin, you got impact, control. Yeah. So so before each round, you can go in and eat a piece of food, eat as much food as you want, and level up your character. And it's not for that round. That is you leveling up the stats of your character.
I'm pissed.
It's ridiculous,
I'm
and it
pissed.
took me for a while.
Why doesn't explain that anywhere? You just get food and you're
doesn't.
like, I don't know what I need this for. I don't need this to beat this level. I'm not going to
that's-
use it.
I had so much food piled up, and I'm like, I don't even know what this shit does. And then I started going in, and you can just hover over the food and watch whatever bar starts to fill up, and I'm like, is that per round? I'm like, and then I went back out, and I'm like, no, that just leveled up that particular stat for that character permanently.
I'm pissed off.
So just you can go into the shop. I just started going in and buying a shit ton of food.
I'm pissed. Yeah, I was
And then
wondering
just
why I
feed-
had 150,000 gold sitting there. Like, what the fuck is this even
Yep.
used for?
Start buying some food.
Yeah, I would say. All right, well, shit. I'm
Yep.
now just left
Anyway.
that fucking conversation angry. But no,
There you
check
go.
it out.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. $39.99 Switch to PS5. Pretty hefty, I would say, honestly, for what you're getting here. However, content dense. So if this is your type of thing, you're going to get some value
sure.
out of this for sure. I think it's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah, definitely.
well worth that price if you can dig golfing a lot. So
Yeah.
cool.
For sure.
Couple things left. That's pretty much the main gaming topics we want to cover. Took
Yeah.
us longer than I thought it would, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but that's totally cool. That's what this
You like
is
to
for.
ramble a little bit?
I am I create YouTube videos, so I'm used to cutting shit down. So I'm trying to elongate things, and I might be overdoing it, but that's okay. Jason, what else are you playing this week? Maybe holding on to for next week and stuff like that.
I will talk about these games a little bit more as we, continue into further episodes. But still playing Power Wash Simulator 2. Great, fun, shut your brain off, relax style game.
Absolutely.
I don't really think I need to explain it too much more than that.
Nope.
You wash stuff. Another game, Pipistrello, is a GBA style, almost Zelda style, old school Zelda style game where you play as a bat and you basically fight things with a yo-yo.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to you more about this one.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but yeah, I'll hold on to some more of that. Still going back to Sonic Racing, Cross Worlds, great game.
That is, we're gonna stick on this for just a second. You're playing this more Mario Kart?
Yes.
By a long shot.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk more about that a little later.
It's got more. There's just more to do.
We'll talk about Mario Kart World later in the fucking news section. Don't you worry. We're getting to that.
All right.
I'm playing. The only thing I'm playing extra is Victory Heat Rally. Very sick, cool arcade racing game, indie title. I'm very excited to talk about that. Have you played it?
Yep.
Oh, it's fucking sick. We'll talk about that next week.
Great.
I want to have something else to talk about next week. So working through that, almost done with it, but we're gonna go ahead and save that one for next week.
Okay.
Jason, let's talk some beat 'em ups, man.
Okay, we'll make this quick, because my earlier Absalom beat 'em up thing kind of lasted a while, but that, like I said in that that topic, it kind of sparked my enjoyment of beat 'em ups again. Like Cameron said, he hasn't really been a big beat 'em up guy, and I wouldn't say that I am, but there's just something fun and just simple about running around a level and punching the shit out of things, picking up weapons, so I've been playing, the one you're seeing here is called Midnight Fight Express. It's isometric style beat 'em up, so not your side scrolling style, but this one is very interesting. It's got almost like a Batman Arkham style fighting system. A lot of counters, parries, things like that, picking up weapons off the ground. Very punchy combat, level based. Each one of the levels is pretty short. Like this one right here in this restroom, it's just in the restroom. And once you're done with it, it's on to the next level. Some of them last a little bit longer. You hop on a subway, you get out, you do some things, you hop back on the subway, but very, very bite-sized levels. So a game that you can kind of pick up, play a level or two, and then put it down and go play something else. So it is a lot of fun. Cool art style. Story is there, kind of get you from one area to the other. It's not this genre strong suit at all. Crime? No, it is not. It's all about crime, and you're trying to take down some crime lord or something like that, and it is what it is. But it's fun. Came out a while ago. I should have that up, and I don't. But it's been out for a while. Yeah, it's been one that I just kind of picked up after Absalom and just kind of started replaying,
poking around with. Nice, man.
Poking around with a little bit. So
you're not like me with beat 'em ups because I don't even buy them. So you obviously have some nostalgia or something if you have all these stockpiled.
Well, Turtles in Time. That's like a classic arcade. That and Simpsons. Yeah. So I've always liked them. It's just not something you can sit and play forever. It's not like an RPG where it's like, this great story. It is just run around, punch some stuff, and get out.
Do you want to do a discussion on Cosmic Invasion in the future?
I kind of do.
Okay, so let's save that for a discussion. Have you tried Kyborg?
No, I have not yet. That's on my list.
Okay. I have played Kyborg a little bit.
Okay.
Clunky, in my opinion. So I'd be
Ooh,
interested.
that's kinda what I've
I'd be
heard.
interested. Oh, you've heard that too, huh?
I have heard that.
Because I was
That's
all
what's
bought in.
kinda
I was
kept me from
all bought in on Kyborg because of the Arkham style combat,
Yes.
and it does not feel good.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunately.
kinda, yeah. This, what you're watching here is, River City Girls, I believe. Just a stupid I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I love it.
You can see.
Hey, the fact that you're
I mean,
not
it
afraid to
reviewed well.
put this online is solid.
Fuck
You
no.
fucking
I don't give a shit.
power puffing bitches.
No, it's just fun. I mean, yeah, it's very cute, but it's also very it can get violent
Oh, of
at
course.
times.
Beautiful.
So
Love the
it's
art
just
style of that one.
simple. It is cool. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, pretty basic. This one is I wish there was a little bit more depth to the combat. It is very just punch 2 or 3 times, they fall down. Punch a couple more times, they fall down. There's a heavy attack, but it just that's the only complaint I have about this one is just a little too simple
Mm-hmm.
for my liking.
So-
The other weird thing about this one is each level, like right now you're in a high school, and sometimes it's hard to figure out where you're supposed to go. Like you can pull up this little map and it is like a high school. Like if you go down this floor, you're in this area. You go out this door, you're in this area. But eventually you got to find out how to get out of the place.
Right.
And that can get a little tricky. So, oh, look at there. I just,
Oh, made
What am I
out or something.
oh, I saved her.
Gum transfer. Anyway,
So, so stupid.
what do you look
Yeah.
for in a beat 'em up? Like what? I know you're from, in my opinion, you're an internal optimist. You look for the best in everything. I guess what do you look for? What would be a bad trait in a beat 'em up? What would be a turnoff in this genre for you? If that makes sense.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, no, it does make sense. Man, bad art.
Okay. Yeah, art's
I think
massively important.
art style is what grabs my attention,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not enough to make me either play it or continue playing it. But that is definitely the grabbing point. So I have definitely heard about some other beat 'em ups that they are good, but I can't get past the
Art
look of
style,
it. It
right.
just doesn't look like it's fun, and it's just not a good art style. So I mean, that would be definitely a turn off. And to be honest, I don't think this current obsession of beat 'em ups is gonna last forever. It's just something for right now.
Fucking ride the high, baby. Fucking enjoy it.
I mean, I am. What I got 5 or 6 games on there.
What,
beat 'em
what
ups
are we
I've been
looking at
playing,
here?
so.
This is
This
Streets of
is
Rage?
Double Dragon
Oh,
Gaiden.
Ooh, not Neo. You played
Yes.
Neo?
No, I played Neo.
Neo's older.
Neo's
right?
cool too. Neo is older. This one is a I want to say roguelike beat 'em up because it kind
Mhm.
of is, but not in the same way that
Right.
Absalom is. You go through. There's a handful of gangs, I guess, and you can tackle each one of them at a time. And after you beat the gang boss of that area, the other bosses actually get stronger. So not only them, but their team. So you got to be a little bit strategic in who you want to go for first, because the other guys are going to get stronger once you beat that one. And then if you die, you go back to the beginning.
Mhm.
So
Well, I don't want to sound like
here's a
the.
little-
Oh, there's Wolverine. There's Cosmic Invasion.
a little Cosmic Invasion here. Been
Yee.
kind of a little plugging. I haven't finished it yet, which I'm surprised because it's not that long.
Uh-huh.
There's other things I've been playing.
Oh,
So
yeah.
definitely a fun beat 'em up. Very much Turtles. Wait, not Turtles in Time. Shredder's Revenge
Ah.
that came out
Mhm.
last year. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
same team, same concept. Except in this one you can pull in 2 characters at once instead of just one at a time. You can swap back and forth between them. You could bring them in for your special moves and stuff too. So
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're.
I do plan on talking about this a little bit more, so
Okay.
I'll
leave
kind
it
of
at
just
that.
be brief on this one. Yeah.
So again, not my genre. Unfortunately, I apologize. Maybe in the future.
Hey,
Here's my concern. I don't like fighting games either because of the combo system
either.
and how to do all
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
Where is the depth of gameplay here coming from? Is it the challenge in the game? Because you're not really doing complex button combos, are you, through these experiences?
No, no. No. There are combos and stuff if you do like 2 light attacks and then a heavy,
Mhm.
and then you can go
Basic.
back to the light. Yeah, but very basic. It's not why I play these. This is just shut
Shut your brain off,
and
watch a movie,
run.
play this game type of thing.
Yes, run through
Gotcha.
some levels.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of this one though does have a semi leveling system.
Hmm.
So I did make it about. I'd say I'm a little bit more than halfway, but at about the halfway point, I started to get to the final boss and not be able to defeat him.
Hmm.
So I was like, "Huh, that's kind of weird." The first few were pretty easy. Well, I think they want you to level up your characters in order to continue to take down these final bosses. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, very simple stuff. Level up your health meter, your attack power, that kind of stuff. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I am a fucking worthless co-host in this aspect because I don't play these games, so I'm just making.
oh, that's
I'm trying my
totally
best
fine.
here.
Got questions?
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. Play Kyborg. I would say try Kyborg.
I think I'm gonna try
I just
it.
want to know your thoughts because I think that game feels like
Yeah.
shit and a half.
That's kind of what.
Which
I've
is
heard,
maybe
so that's kind of
maybe
what's
not-
kept me away.
Maybe I shouldn't recommend it if I think it plays like.
I don't
shit.
know. It looks cool though. It sounds very interesting.
There's.
I don't know. We'll
Here's
see.
how I'll explain it this way. I feel like there's missing animations. So you know how like when you counterattack, there's no animation for the counterattack. You just basically kind of stone up and then you do a counter and that's it. Like there's no like traversal counterattack type of animation or even anything like that.
Right.
So it's just like you're this blocky dude that's very clunky, punching people, and then putting your counter up, and then nothing happens. So, but that game is very focused on the roguelike aspect. That's super roguelike, like
Yes.
roguelike heavy.
Yes.
So
that's
you got to really
what I've heard.
got to unlock stuff to make that game more enjoyable. I would say.
Yeah, for
but,
sure.
I don't got anything else for that. I fucking asshole.
Nope.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but yeah, this game looks cool.
Nope.
Have you played Sifu?
Yes, I have Sifu.
You beat Sifu?
Yeah. No, I didn't beat Sifu.
I didn't beat Sifu because
so-
I didn't like the aging system. I fucking hated that.
That's what I heard that about that, and that's kind of odd.
That gave me anxiety.
What you get stronger, but you get older.
Yeah, and I didn't want to get older. Like in that game, I felt
didn't-
like when I died, I felt like I fucked up and had to restart. So I would keep restarting at 18, ending the first act at like 24. So I thought I was going to age
Right.
out and die by the end of the game. So I kept having to like
Right.
restart, and I didn't. That like prohibited me from playing that game further, even though I liked it.
So what happens if you're not very good at it, but you want to keep playing it, and are you fighting it 150 years old, or what?
I don't know.
Or
I,
you
I-
just game?
I just gave
over?
up because I figured you could age out. And maybe that's the whole point. You have to beat the game before you age out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one that I downloaded and played a little bit. I think wasn't Sifu kind of around the same time as this one we're looking at here, this Midnight Fight Express.
It was a couple years ago.
around the same time.
A couple years ago.
Okay, yeah, that's what this one is.
And then the
too,
Sifu
so.
devs made fucking Rematch, which is completely different. You don't even know.
What is that? No.
Sifu Soccer. It's like
What?
it's like
Oh,
Rocket
shit.
League, but it's soccer.
I did hear about
And
that.
it's the
I
most
had no interest.
difficult game I've ever played. So I
Nope,
did actually
didn't have
try
any interest in that
Rematch,
one.
and it is incredibly hard.
Okay,
So
I'm glad you didn't.
yeah. All right. I think that's going to cover our game heavy section. We're going to go ahead and take a break, take a little pissy poo, and then we're going to go into some news conversations after that. And yeah, we'll see where the conversation goes from there. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right
Stick
back.
around.
All right, guys, welcome back to Spawn Point Podcast, section number 2. Diving into the news here. We got some topics to go over with y'all. Thanks for joining us and sticking around for the second segment. First thing we're talking about here is the releases for the month of January. Of course, this is our very first episode. We're going to try to do releases at the beginning of each month. So we're a little bit late on this. So some of these are already out, but we're still going to roll through these. If there's any of these, Jason, that catch your eye, feel free to stop me and we can talk about them in detail. I will be honest. A lot of these I don't know nothing about. So
that's kind of my thought.
Doomcrawl comes out January 5th, PC. Suika Game Planet, January 5th, Switch 2 and Switch. Star Rapture, PC, January 6th. Fairy Tale Dungeons, January 7th. Heartopia, January 7th. I Am Future, PS5, Series X and Switch, January 8th. Pathologic 3, PC, January 9th. We are still not up to current day. Big Hops, PlayStation 5, Switch, PC. No clue what that is. January 12th. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Switch 2. That is tomorrow. Big Hops. Everybody anticipating the release of Big Hops, I bet.
Big Hops. I'm all over that one. Animal
Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 comes out on the 15th. Now, I do have some stuff I want to talk about with this. So,
sure.
I'm going to dive into this. I like Animal Crossing, but the one I played the most was the GameCube version. But I did get my wife on these. So she loves them. So I want to touch on this briefly. So this is the Switch 2 upgrade. As well as a massive upgrade for the Switch 1 version as well. So we're getting some Amiibo support here for New Horizons. We're getting a new resort hotel for players to visit and decorate. Along with the update, you also get currency that's tied into the resort hotel and expands your storage to 9,000 items. And I will mention as well, the Switch 2 upgrade is a paid upgrade. Will give you better resolution and graphics. Supposedly, I looked at the trailers. I couldn't see much. I mean, it's a very artsy game to begin with.
Yes.
So I don't know what you're doing graphically that's any different. But
yeah,
the big selling point to this is you do get 12-player online with the Switch 2 version. Don't know how that works. I think the base game was you could just go to other people's islands.
People's islands.
Yeah. So now I guess you can have 12 people on an island. So
on an island, yeah. And I've heard a lot of talk about this one, and people were like, why wasn't this part of it at the beginning?
Should have been.
I just this is cool, and I hope it. I hope it keeps people playing.
Absolutely.
I just don't know if it's enough to. I mean, this Animal Crossing New Horizons came out in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It's COVID.
Yeah,
everyone's sitting at home. This game just
exploded up. Absolutely.
But now I just don't know if it's going to be enough to get people back in.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
don't know.
My wife played New Leaf, which was the 3DS one, a lot more than New Horizons. So I don't know why she fell off in particular, but this was probably going to be enough to get her back into it for a little bit. She's not going to be playing with 12 people or anything, but I'm sure she'll be interested in this. So cost to upgrade is $5. I'm happy with that. They're not fucking gouging you to get the upgrade for the Switch 2.
I can deal with that.
Yeah. Not necessarily for me, but still pretty solid if you're into that thing. And then again, it's worth mentioning because this did explode in COVID. Absolutely exploded. Everybody was playing this during COVID. So, moving on from there, The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon, PlayStation 5, Switch 2, PS4, Switch, PC, no clue. Broken Lore Unfollow.
I have that Trials one looks interesting.
Okay.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I watched the trailer. I know the Trials. Well, so it's not a Trials game. It's the Legend of Heroes Trials Beyond the Horizon. Do you know anything about the Trials games?
Is it Trials or Trails? It's Trails.
Oh, this one's Trails.
I said it wrong. I'm stupid. Trails is an entire.
Oh, okay.
Trails is an entire series of JRPGs that I have not gotten into. I don't know if this is tied into that or not. It is. This is a Trails game.
Either. Okay, so the Trails game. Okay, but if you look at it and you compare it to the Trials game, it looks pretty similar. That was my only thing. I
don't know. I don't know dick about these games, to be honest. Dude.
Okay,
I'm just gonna. Have you played any of those? Are they two different series? Is there Trails and Trials?
There must be. I
think it's just Trails, bro. I think it's just Trails.
Okay.
Hold on. I might be wrong. I don't know. I've heard about Trails, but it just seems like
maybe I'm just
I can't read.
I don't know.
I can't read. Trails is Trails, right?
That's Trails. That's Trails.
Not Trials.
I could have swore there was a Trials series too.
There's a series of fucking sweet, sick ass motocross games called Trials. Trials Fusion.
Okay, I know those ones.
No, I think this is tied to the Trails series, which is a JRPG. And it's one of those that is so, they release a game for this series like 2 a year, I think. So it's very hard to keep up with. As someone that's never touched them before, jumping in mid-story, not something I'm interested in doing. So,
nope, don't think so either.
A little bit beyond my scope, maybe someday in the future. Broken Lore, unfollow, PS5, PC, no idea. Ghost Cam is a Ghost VR game. Quest 3, Quest 2, Quest, PC. Interesting. Hey, and VR needs some love, dude. Kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
It's interesting device.
There's a couple that I still play
Beat Saber
here and there. Beat Saber, obviously. What's the one? Shoot,
Lumines. Lumines just fucking killed VR. By the way, people love that shit, but I have not played it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the new one? There's a new one out, isn't there?
Lumines Arise.
Yeah. Rise.
Oh, is it Rise? Yeah, or is it Rise? Arise or
Arise?
Yeah, Rise.
Yeah.
I never got into that.
One of those.
But
yeah, no.
Cool puzzle game.
Either. Yep.
On Together, PC and Mac, Hack and Climb, PC, January 20th. Mio, Memories in Orbit, PS5, Series X, Switch 2, Switch PC. This is of note, it is going to be free on Game Pass, if you are into that.
Do you know anything about that one?
No idea. Checked it out at all? No idea. We can pull up the trailer.
It's a Metroidvania action style game. It looks pretty cool. Could have promise. I mean, I know we have a bajillion of those games out, but maybe this will do enough to, I don't know, separate itself a little bit. But
you just touched on one genre I will never touch again.
What's that?
Metroidvanias.
There's so many.
But
there's so many.
Don't have the time to get lost in a game. I get so frustrated. So
I feel you. I used to love them. I just don't play as many of them anymore.
It's a great genre. It's a great genre. I just feel I waste my time in those games far too much.
Yep. I agree.
I'm gonna skip the mobile game because no one cares about that. We got Arknights Enfield, PlayStation 5, PC, also mobile ports. Yikes! New Dynasty Warriors Origins. Hey. Is that already out? It's just coming to Switch 2 on the 22nd.
Yeah. No, it's not. I don't believe it's out. This is a new Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, it is.
I believe
exclusive to Switch, huh?
Yep. Switch 2.
No. It is. It is on PS5 Series X.
Oh, it is.
So this is just the Switch 2 release.
This is the Switch 2 version. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's all right. No, I've heard about it. Dynasty Warriors ain't really my series either, to be honest. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade Switch and Series X and Switch 2 releases, I believe. I don't know. I can't keep track of the 7 remakes anymore.
This remake stuff is it hurts my brain. I don't understand why couldn't it just be one game?
I have no idea. I would love to play. I have not played Final Fantasy VII, so don't crucify me.
The original?
Nope, never played. I know, tough.
Okay, it's great.
I would have loved to have played the modern one. I don't even know where to fucking start. So,
well, you talk about just Final Fantasy in general, or
no? I played 10 because that 10 was my first Final Fantasy, and I played that last year.
Fantastic.
10 was fucking awesome. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you start at 10, it's hard to compare any of the other ones. 10 is just something different, something special.
Well, they're all separate stories, aren't they?
Yes, they are all separate stories. You don't jump into any one of them.
Yeah.
No.
So I do intend on going back to Final Fantasy VII. Obviously, it's beloved. But I'm specifically talking, I would love to go to the modern remake. I don't know where the remakes start because they seem to have fractured 7 into 18 different games.
They have. That's what I was kind of talking about. I don't understand why it just couldn't be one game from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I did download this. There's a demo out on the Switch 2, and I was pretty surprised on how well it looked and ran on the Switch 2. So this might be one I finally check out.
Do you know where this is in the story? Do you have any idea? What is this Final
No.
Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade?
I thought I understood that it
Is a
it's the
spinoff?
it's either the second part of the so instead of doing Final Fantasy VII from beginning to end, they're doing this like segmented. So like
Yeah.
so I don't know if this is the second part of that or the third part of that.
I don't think it's either because they
fucking don't know.
they made
It might not be.
they made 10 and 10-2. Why can't they do 7 remake 1, 2, and 3? Why does it got to be so
Good question.
complicated with remake,
I-
remix, integrate, interloper? I don't understand. I can't follow.
I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
They want to sell more copies.
Oh, 100%.
They want to.
Oh, 100%. It's a
I think
it's a
that's all
cash
it is.
cow, but I mean,
It is, and for a little bit there, I was thinking, well, maybe there's just a lot more to this, and they don't want a game that's super long. But I don't even know if I buy that because I mean 7 was a long game if you really wanted to.
one of the
put
few
time into it.
multi-discers on the old
on the old
PS1.
PS1.
Yep. Anyways, I don't know. Let
Yep.
us know in the comments or send us an email, spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com, and call us idiots for that.
Yes.
We would love to have that in the email.
Yeah, we're probably way off.
100%, but we're trying here. Hermit and the Pig, no clue.
Oh, dude,
You said-
Hermit and the Pig.
Yeah, Hermit and Pig.
No idea.
Oh, god damn it, dude. I was about to fucking pull up a trailer. Escape from
No
Ever
idea.
After, PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch, PC, January 23rd. High Guard, no clue. Speedball, also no clue. Core Keeper, Switch 2, January 28th. Any interest in Core
Interesting.
Keeper? Isn't that just
Yeah,
isn't that just a automation kind of a thing, or am I way off on that?
Not really. It's Stardew Valley like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Underground. It's I played a little bit of it. You could just tell in the first hour that it's a game that can be played for a really long
Ooh.
time.
Gotcha.
And I just didn't know if I felt like doing that. But
Fair enough.
it's interesting. Yep.
Cool. That must just be a Switch 2 release on January 28th that is already out.
Yeah, just
on other
updated
platforms.
visuals.
Nice.
Yep, updated visuals, runs a little bit better. So
Big drop here for Dispatch, Switch 2, and the original Switch on January 28th. Dispatch getting high praise in the industry right now.
I'll finally check it out on Switch.
Absolutely.
2.
This is a Jason game all over it, written all over it. So Dispatch is kind of a visual novel mixed with dispatching superhero game, as far as I could tell. I like these times. I like visual novels, but I feel like if I was to go in that direction, I need to start with Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright.
Oh, yeah.
And I've started the first Phoenix Wright 100 times, and I get through the first thing and stop. So
It's kind of like a new Telltale style game.
Hey, man,
actually, a Dispatch. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Dispatch was originally pitched as an animated series that they're trying to sell to, I guess Netflix or one of those streamers, and it just never made it anywhere. So they basically turned it into a game, and it sounds like it paid off because
absolutely,
it sounds like
this game
great
fucking
game.
killed. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool to me. Hopefully some more, big time developers making shows like this will consider putting them in game format as well.
Yes, for sure.
I loved what Telltale did. I think it got that formula got a little stale towards the end of their run, but I'm glad that some other studios are taking the time to kind of dive
trying
back
the same
in.
thing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
The 7 Deadly Sins Origins. No clue. January 28th as well.
Clue.
Cairn is a game I've heard about, but still don't know nothing about. PS5 and PC, January 29th. Don't Stop Girly Pop, January 29th. I Hate This Place, PlayStation 5, Series X, Switch, PC, January 29th. I Hate This Place
I thought
too,
that was
my
the
friend.
same game for a second.
Yeah.
No. Don't Stop Girly Pop. I hate this place.
The Perfect Pencil on Switch and PC, Switch 1. No Switch 2 port.
Weird.
Very strange. Code Vein 2
It'll still play on.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it will, right? Don't they all?
Yep.
They just, some of them have upgrades.
99% of them.
No,
There's
fair
just a few that say like has issues running on Switch 2, but very few.
Bullshit. Code Vein 2 is a Souls-like. Played a little bit of the first one. That game's got a very cool art style, but I didn't stick with it, so I can't comment much else on that. PS5 Series X and PC. I'm glad they're making more. I love that genre. Thought the first game was interesting, but I didn't stick with it. So,
yeah.
Front Mission 3 remake. No, do you know what Front Mission is?
Yeah, the mech game.
Okay, it's a mech game.
It's a mech game.
All right, January 30th. You can get it on all consoles. The 9th, Charnel. Get that on January 30th on all consoles as well.
Go for it.
And that covers.
Tell us about it.
That covers our releases for January. We missed one on this list that we need to talk about.
Oh.
And that is Cult of the Lamb. Woolhaven comes out. Why was that not on there? Probably because it's a DLC. But we got it pulled up for you here. Here's the trailer for Woolhaven. We're going to dive into this. Cult of the Lamb was a game I love. Beloved game for me.
So do I. We're both on board on this one.
So I don't think we need to explain Cult of the Lamb, but they're releasing DLC.
I doubt it.
What's nice about this DLC is it looks like a massive expansion to the game. They did mention in the developer direct for this that you will have to have beaten the game to access the new content. So you'll need to have a completed save file to jump right in.
No problem here.
And no problem with me either. And with that, they've added a ton of stuff, new weapons. They've really thought this out, which I appreciate. Obviously, this takes place on the top of a mountain in the snow, so you can't do the farming stuff that you did in the first game on your field. You instead have to ranch. So they allow you to raise cattle in order to get materials, and you can sacrifice your cattle and all that stuff. So they've really kind of thought about everything, which is really, really exciting. Seems like it's got a little bit of a Frostpunk aesthetic here as well, where you got to keep your furnace going to keep your cult members from freezing. A lot of really interesting stuff here that they're doing, and it seems like they've really thought about it in great detail. It's taken them 2 years to come out with this one. They've worked on it for 2 years, as they said, and I think they're going to prove it to us. So, what else do you have to say about Woolhaven, Jason?
Well, I mean, going back, Cult of the Lamb was a huge surprise for me. I'm surprised how much I liked it. It was fantastic. But jumping back to this, is it considered a DLC? Is that what we're?
It is a DLC. It's $16.99, so it is a DLC.
Okay.
Yep.
And it says 2 new dungeons.
I don't know about that.
What I'm wondering is, you are in a new location. Is that going to be the 2? So in the base game, you went into how 4?
4, I believe.
So yeah, I believe it was 4. So now there's just 2, or
that's what they said in the developer
I guess if
direct.
it's just a DLC, that's not a big deal. Two new dungeons, I think that's probably more than enough.
Well,
so
they show the dungeons in the developer direct. I guess we could have probably had that on, but if I would have showed that footage, we would just been staring at people talking to us. So I didn't think that was necessary. But they did explain both of the new dungeons. There's a underworld dungeon that doesn't match aesthetically Woolhaven at all. It looks like hell. I mean, it's got fire.
Looks like hell.
Yeah, fire all around it, and you got all those enemies.
Yep, I saw that.
And then the other dungeon, I believe, is like a it's like a poison decaying realm where people can where the enemies in that can rip parts of their body off and multiply.
Yes.
Was their whole thing with that. So they're very unique. I would imagine though they're going to be structured different than the base game, because like I said, the way the base game was structured, you clear the dungeon, you get to the end, and then you can move on to the next. And there's, I think the narrative of this is you're learning your ancestry as the sheep. So there's, I believe, 6 different sheep you have to find in this DLC to unlock the full narrative. So I don't know how that works with 2 dungeons. No idea what they're doing there.
Okay.
But that's the whole point.
I got I watched the trailer, I read a little bit on it, but I honestly, I almost purposely didn't want to dive too deep.
Absolutely.
I just want to experience it. So that was just one of the questions that I thought of. So,
yeah,
definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, it looks cool. I'm going to mention something, and everybody's going to hate me for it. I don't go back for DLCs ever.
I don't hate you for that. It just depends on the game.
Even the game, I don't care. I don't know if I'm going to go back for this. Like, for example, Expedition 33 is my favorite game of all time. If they released DLC for that game, I would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. Reason being, they have a perfect story in that game as it is. I think Cult of the Lamb base game with the story is perfect the way that it is. And I feel like if you add to that, you're just trying to milk a little bit. That's probably the wrong way to look at it. I love Lies of P.
I can understand that.
I love Lies of P. Top 5 game of all time for me. They released their DLC, Overture, and I was so excited to go back and play Overture. And then I bought the DLC and I played through the first area, got bored and bounced off. And that's one of my top 5 game of all time for me. I just can't do it. I don't know.
Just leave it alone is kind of your thought
kind
there.
Kind of my style. I think I might check this out though. I do have a completed Cult of the Lamb save, so it'd be easy enough for me to jump into. If there's any friction, I'm not gonna pull the trigger.
You're out.
Yeah. I mean, I love Cult of the Lamb. I love it. I feel like I wouldn't mind playing through the base game again, but I just know myself. I would never get to the content that I actually restarted the game for. So,
sure. No, that makes sense.
I don't know.
So, like, if this DLC was just part of the base game, you would have had no problem going all through this to the end.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It's really weird, and it's a me thing. But that being said, I'll probably get this and probably not play it. But at least you will. So we'll get some content out of it.
It's different than it's different than Expedition. You know, that has a deep story. I mean, not that Calam doesn't, but it's pretty, you can just play it for what it is.
True, that's true.
It's just more action. It's more action. It's more.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then also, like, this is a me issue. I run a personal channel that I do reviews on. I just don't know if I would do a DLC review. So it just feels like wasted
I can
time.
understand that completely.
So that, I'm not plugging my own shit, but that also contributes to it. But that's about it for that's about it for Woolhaven. I think it looks very cool. I'm glad they're still supporting it. This game deserves all it gets. 100%. It was absolute surprise. Definitely well worth checking out if you're into Cult of the Lamb.
Yep.
I think that's it for releases for this month.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Next one here is what I'm going to cover. This is Expedition 33 devs, Sandfall Interactive, have reiterated that they will continue to make games based on their personal tastes as opposed to what the fan base wants. Now, you can look at this two different ways, right? We love Expedition 33. I adore it, and I would love for them to continue with this style because it works so well for me. However, this game came from their personal taste, and it was incredible. So whatever they do in the future, I am all on board for. Jennifer Svedberg-Yen stated, creatively, we've always let our North Star be our own personal taste in terms of what we think is cool, what it is we enjoy and want to see. She said, I've seen too many TV shows and books be swayed trying to please a lot of people, and in the process, you end up losing the heart of what's there. So we feel like we need to trust our instincts and continue to trust the vision behind the studio. And I just want to make this extremely clear. That is all that I needed to hear. That makes me incredibly excited for this. And this is something that the luxury of being an independent studio gives you. So they're not meeting stakeholder demands. They can continue to do what they want. And, if the next game is not tied into this game at all, fine by me. And I don't know how it could be tied into this game, but
I was going to say, I kind of hope it's not.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're going to hold the Clair Obscur title because that has almost no relevance to the property.
Right.
So it'll still probably be similar, but I'm totally fine with them going way off the wall and trying something completely different. I just thought that was cool to talk about because it's an indie studio doing it right, doing their own thing, and and continuing to kill the market, which I appreciate. So definitely thought that was worth mentioning.
Well, and I think it's also interesting too, when they talk about, making games on their own personal taste and not as opposed to what they think their new fan base wants. Their fan base didn't know what Clair Obscur was going to be.
Exactly.
So trust them.
Exactly. And
You know
that, yeah,
that's
and yeah, I mean, you can't speak for everybody. Some people are going to take that and be pissed off, but there's no reason to be. I mean,
no,
let
there is not
creatives be
at all.
creatives. If we start limiting
Yeah.
them, that's where we get into the annual Call of Duty Assassin's Creed releases, and they have no soul anymore. So
They don't.
let them do their thing, and we'll just ride along with them. I'm very excited for that, and I love that she went on record to state that. She just basically said, "Yeah, we're glad you loved it, but fuck you, we're doing our own thing." So I love that. So.
And maybe I'll play Clear Obscure Expedition 33 before I play their next game.
You will. You have 1 year.
We'll see.
So you got 1 year. I got 1 year to beat Broken Weapon in the Wild. All right, moving on.
Killing me.
All right, Jason, what do you got for us?
All right. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the Division 3. The Division 1 and 2, I absolutely adored. I played the crap out of them. What they are saying is that the Division 3 is shaping up to be a monster. At first, when I first read that, I wasn't sure exactly what that means. But essentially, what they're trying to do is bring back that feeling that people had with the Division 1. When that came out, it was like, what is this? So, something new, something cool. And it was awesome. And then the Division 2 just kind of ramped things up. Made the gameplay a little bit better, just a lot more to it. So yeah, I think they're just trying to hit that that same point that they did when they released the Division 1. Will they? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, they say they're working extremely hard on something that they think will have as big of impact as the Division 1 had. So
I think that's great. It's AAA though. I'm so hesitant to believe anything. I love Division 2. I got way hooked on the Division 2. I wasn't I wasn't a big Dark Zone guy. Did you do that stuff?
A little bit. But it just never failed. Anytime I ran in there, I just got
smoked.
I got wiped out. Yeah.
So I think this is cool. We'll see. I think we're looking at Division 3 in 28. Later in the article, it stated they're looking at around 2028. So we've got a couple years for this one. This is pretty early. They're clearly still in the development phase for this. And
do you think it'll be the same type of thing, military style third-person shooter?
I don't think they can really go away from that.
I don't think they can either.
No.
Okay.
Maybe not in a city.
Set in a new location.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
But then you're looking at Ghost Recon. So I don't know.
Right.
Because it is.
I don't know.
It is Tom Clancy, right?
What? Division. Yep.
So I mean, it's wild.
Unless they drop that for this one, but the first two were.
Yeah. So you would be looking at Ghost Recon then. I don't know. That's weird.
Anyways,
we'll see.
Wildlands.
We got a long ways to go for this one, but still cool to see that they're talking about it.
Yeah. Real quick, I just wanted to throw this in. It is it's an Ubisoft title.
Yes, Ubi.
So not Ubi
or Obi.
Soft or Obi or I it's just a little pet peeve. I keep hearing it. Ubisoft's new game is this. I'm like, do you realize that the title at the beginning of all their games, when it's introducing whatever game it is, it says an A-N. It wouldn't be an Ubisoft. It would be an Ubisoft.
Yes.
So, I know. I'm just being.
No, I mean it's worth it. People learn your language.
I know.
I can't read, but all right.
I mean, it is a U. But
it is a U, indeed.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Rumors are heating up for Witcher 3 DLC before Witcher 4. Pretty interesting.
Odd one. Very interesting.
You loved Witcher 3.
I love The Witcher 3. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's been out. When did Witcher 3 release?
25. No, 15. 2015.
15. Okay. So fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, it's a great game, and they have 2 fantastic DLCs out as it is. I guess my only worry about this is like, how much Witcher do you want to play? I mean, what was it? Blood and Wine and what was the other DLC they had for The Witcher 3? Shoot, now I don't remember.
I got you. Keep talking.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Added a good 40, 50 hours to the game.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this expansion going to be? And are people going to be burnt out of The Witcher 3 before they start The Witcher 4?
I don't know if that's possible. Well, people.
I was going to say I doubt it.
Hearts of Stone and
but Hearts of Stone, that one was great.
Yeah,
they're both great.
Absolutely. So. I apologize for the last news segment. I didn't pull up the article, guys. We got that source from Windows Central. I apologize for not pulling that up before. And the Claire Obscure document was from Kotaku. Here is the information from IGN on this potential Witcher 3 DLC. They want to explore come on, Jason. Zerkania?
Zarkania?
Is that right?
I think so.
And a desert region, which is cool. That would be a massive visual change of pace from The Witcher 3.
That would be fantastic.
It'd be very cool.
I take back everything I said. I'm going to play the hell out of this.
Where do you... how do you feel about them potentially working on DLC for a 10-year-old game while they're in production for Witcher 4?
Right. That's what I that's part of what I was trying to get out of my mouth earlier. I mean, I assume they have a big enough team, they can easily work on both of these. It's just like, I don't know how I feel about it.
It's weird. Yeah, it's very strange. I mean, I'm sure they have a big team, and I guess they talked about Cyberpunk 2 as well at some point.
I caught little inklings of that, but yeah, that'll be a little ways off, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We're expecting? Yeah, I don't know. CD Projekt said here that they do not expect Witcher 4 in 26, so in this year. They are planning on pushing that 27, and then they have a 6-year roadmap. 6-year roadmap that includes Witcher 5 and 6.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that. I mean, come on.
I don't know either. I mean, it's gonna happen. So another little side part of this is, if they're gonna push it to 27, is this going to be a potential? I mean, they're already talking about the new systems coming out sometime in 27, maybe 28. I don't know, but is this going to be another cross-gen style thing? How you had I guess I'm using the Nintendo as a reference, but the Breath of the Wild on Wii U and then Switch.
They're probably hoping. I mean, they remade Witcher 3 a billion times to get multiple sales.
I know they did.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's probably what they're thinking.
There's a lot of concerns about next gen systems.
Big time.
So we'll cover that in a second. But
yeah,
maybe none of us will be gaming in 2028. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Or we'll just keep playing our current systems and indie games. We'll keep everything alive, but we'll see.
That's fine. Fine with that.
So that's pretty much it. I played The Witcher 3 a little bit. I never finished the game. It was too long. And I couldn't stick with it.
It is long.
It's beloved. It's a shame. I couldn't finish. I would say I would go back to it. I'd have too many other projects. Probably not going to happen. But I'm glad people love it. Yeah, so cool. We'll see. It seems off. It seems like a long shot for me, honestly, with The Witcher 4 releasing next year, that they would squeak out a DLC for Witcher 3. But
I know.
It does.
I keep hearing it.
I know. It's all over. So maybe they will. And it would be cool to get people back into the franchise since it has been so long in anticipation for Witcher 4. But I don't know how many hands they have on deck over there. So we'll see.
Yeah,
definitely something worth talking about. So cool. That's how we covered that. Next one here, I'll just go ahead and cover this one since all I have is a photo. This has been kind of a weird one. Have you followed the GTA 6 potential?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
So GTA 6 may be delayed again. Jason Schreier reported that the game is not content complete as of his interview with Rockstar. They were still finalizing missions at the point that he was working on this interview with them, which was this year. So it was early. It was in this month. Schreier, I guess, made a post on Blue Sky with all this detail. I tried to go back and find that original tweet or post, and I could not find it for the life of me.
Yeah.
Schreier is backtracking massively on his statements, though. which I found kind of interesting. I know that Rockstar stocks took a hit when he put that out there, and it seemed like it was going to slip again. Everybody was kind of trying to jump off ship, so she's probably doing damage control. However, if he said the game is not content complete yet, and we are in January of the supposed launch year for Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't see it happening.
I don't either.
I can see him backtracking.
So weird to say.
Yeah. I mean, I can see him backtrack on that, obviously, because he's probably under a lot of pressure. Schreier is.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no
Get
way
this game out.
if they're not doing final touches at this point for this game, it's not going to make this year. I don't think it's a stretch to believe that it's going to slip. I think it'll slip to 27. It'll be early 27 at the earliest, unfortunately. But this is not unlike Rockstar. It's not unlike Rockstar.
With as much as they've been putting into this and as crazy as it looks, I don't even understand how current consoles can play this game.
I don't either.
It looks like it's just so crazy.
I know, but Rockstar sets the bar high every time, and they
every
nail it.
Single time.
They nail it every time as well. So
they do.
They're going to take their time releasing this. I believe that they should. I would hate to have a poorly optimized GTA come out. That'd be the worst. Yeah, it'd be terrible. So
they've never done that.
Nope. And I don't think this is going to be this time they do that either. Plus, this game cracks the industry in half when it comes out, and nobody plays anything but GTA 6 for a month.
I mean, other companies have pushed their games completely out of the way.
Yep.
More than once now because the release date is changed again.
Yep. Nobody wants to be anywhere near this thing when it comes out.
Nowhere near it.
But yep, I thought it was interesting. We'll see. I'm sure we'll get more information on that as time goes on. But I just thought it was funny. Schreier's.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Schreier's in some shit.
Yes, he is.
Asus is gearing up to ramp up prices on the Xbox Rogue Ally. Well, no, I'm going to rephrase that. They made a point to say that they are expecting prices to increase. They did not specifically say which devices were going to be affected, but they are manufacturing the ROG Ally X for Xbox. So that
which
device
is already
already $1,000. Ridiculous. And obviously that's going to go up. The only reason I want to bring this up is because this is going to continue happening for the foreseeable future. It's been a weird year. Consoles are more expensive than they were at release for the first time ever. Both PlayStation, both PlayStation and base model Xboxes are above what they were on initial launch due to the economic state of the world, which we're not going to go into. But
I just never thought I'd see that.
I didn't either. It's ridiculous. It's upsetting, but it's not stopping anytime soon. AI is killing. Everybody's buying up all the GPUs and just using them for AI, and it's killing the market. But we'll see where that goes. But I would expect more price hikes in 26. Unfortunately, for the systems that we already have. Unfortunate.
Sure would.
Let's move right along from there. I don't have anything else. We got some
I don't really either.
Specific console stuff to talk about here. Jason, Game Pass. You are an Xbox guy.
Yep, and I'm a Game Pass subscriber. Even after that whole last bit of crazy news where they hiked prices, all that stuff too.
Yeah, I mean that was coming. I think that was coming. I think if you didn't expect that coming, you were kind of dumb. But not dumb, sure. But you should have. I mean, yeah, it was coming.
You should have saw that coming.
Do you have this pulled up?
So we've got an update on more games coming to Game Pass. So for January, Microsoft has announced that Atomfall is coming to Game Pass. It says cloud, console, okay, so everything.
Yep.
Cloud,
cool.
console, handheld.
This is cool. PC. Atomfall was overlooked, but I think the people that played it really enjoyed it. So good addition to the lineup, I would say.
Good addition. Lost in Random, the Eternal Die. It will also be featured on Game Pass. I did check out the demo to that. It was fun.
Okay, what is
interesting?
I have no clue what it is.
It is a kind of an isometric action roguelite.
Oh, okay, cool. Sick.
To put it simple. The first one was different. The Eternal Die, their second game, switched up the format a little bit and turned it into more of an action roguelike style game. So, yeah.
Cool.
Next we have Rematch.
Just talked about this.
We just talked about.
This game's hard as fuck. If you guys want a really hard game, this game's harder than shit. It's like Rocket League, but you are a human with stamina and you're fucking constantly behind the ball and can't catch up. Very high skill curve. I'm sure it's fun if you get into it, but it is extremely difficult.
Yeah. Up next we have Warhammer 40K Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition. That's a title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play a little bit of the that Space Marine game. It was very cool.
Is that the third-person shooter?
I didn't finish it. It's a third-person, kind of almost Gears.
Almost Gears, yeah.
Very Gears style. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. Final Fantasy.
This guy, I don't know what this is.
Which one?
Yeah, that's a little
just
vague.
Final Fantasy. Okay, little vague there.
I doubt it's
Star Wars.
Moving on. Go ahead. Oh, you got some shit to say about this one, don't you?
Woo! Star Wars Outlaws. I mean, I guess I do. I mean, I enjoyed it. I played it. I beat it twice. I get the criticisms. You know, I love Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars guy, and it felt very Star Wars. Sure, some of the gameplay elements, blah 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 blah, weren't the greatest, but it just really felt like you were in a Star Wars world. And they did go in, made some tweaks, and you know, the auto fail when you're trying to do a stealth mission, they finally threw that out, which was cool. So you don't just fail and go back to the beginning. You can essentially shoot your way out of issues once they come up. So
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the next game. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, no, that's about all I have to really say about that. Now the next one's a big one. My Little Pony, A Zephyr Heights Mystery.
Hey man, shout out to my bronies, baby.
Okay, moving right along. Resident Evil Village, another one that I meant to check out but never did. And finally, we've got Mio, The Memories in Orbit. That's the
we talked about that earlier. Yeah.
We did. It's a very what am I trying to say here? Hollow Knight like, I guess.
Cool.
Metroidvania style game. Our style looks really cool. It's just we have 10,000 of these games, so it's really got to do something to set itself apart. So
well, it ain't gonna hurt that it's on the servers. So
no, it is not. Maybe it'll get some attention. Maybe it'll end up being pretty cool. I don't know.
We are gonna do this podcast until Jason finds a game he does not like. It will never happen.
Hey, there's plenty of games I don't like. I just don't play them.
I need you to be Nick. Oh, fair. I guess that's true.
I don't play the games. I can tell if there's going to be something that I don't like, so I just don't play it.
Comes with your old age, huh? All right.
Simple. Yep. I pick and choose.
Fair enough. Moving on from there, PS Plus offerings, not as many. Obviously, we only get 3 for PlayStation. Need for Speed Unbound, very good Need for Speed game. Not as good as Heat, in my opinion,
it is.
but very, very fun game. I really enjoyed it.
Heat was fantastic. Yep. Unbound was cool, but kind of forgettable.
I agree with you 100%. 5 on, I guess this is being reported by Game Rant. It was a decent game. Unbound was okay. Art style, didn't do it for me. It was weird, but
it was very like Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Very like that Spider-Man. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. So anyways, it'd be a cool racing game if you're getting it on the service for free. Getting Disney Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Didn't play that, but I've heard things. Was a Nintendo Wii exclusive in 2010. Cool. And then the last thing we're getting is Core Keeper. So there you go. Another Core Keeper shout for this this show today. Cool. So that's going to be on there as well. That covers that. That's all we got for Xbox and PlayStation. We didn't have much for them this week.
On the Nintendo side, Nintendo has officially announced light purple and light green Joy-Con 2 controllers for the Switch 2, which are set to release on February 12th, 2026. They are available for pre-orders now. Who cares?
Oh, thank God you said that. I was worried. I was so worried we were going to have a fucking big old conversation about colors of Joy-Cons.
No. Who fucking cares? And the colors of the Joy-Cons, it's underneath the fucking thumbstick
Mhm.
and on the part that attaches, you don't even see them. It is so stupid.
Yep.
And why these colors?
I don't know.
It's an odd. I saw this and I'm like, I couldn't care less.
I could not care less either. So I'm glad you said that.
You know, maybe if the actual Joy-Con itself was a different color, would I get them? No, I don't care about any of that stuff. I like it. Mine just a dark gray, black. You know, I don't care about any of that stuff. But
There you
hey,
go, guys. There you go.
there you go.
There's your Joy-Cons.
Aren't they just beautiful?
Wow. Cool, man.
Dude, and you don't see the part with the most color on it. You don't see it when it's on the
Nope.
freaking Switch.
It is weird.
Okay.
You would think, you would think they would know that, right? What's the, I don't get it.
Don't know.
Nobody plays
And
their
what are
Switch
they-
with this little one half of the controller thing.
No. What does it have a price on there? I don't remember what they're like $100, aren't they? For a
$100. Okay.
fuck that.
Nope. Fuck that. I agree.
I love Nintendo. Okay, I love Nintendo, but their pricing is ridiculous.
You said it, not me.
They're the first. Okay, Mario Kart World. Great. I enjoyed the game for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was it worth $80? No.
No. Come on.
So
Obviously
they're the
not.
first. It's the first game to be releasing at $80. Anyway, that's another discussion for another time.
We're coming to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Nintendo should definitely. You would think they would be smart enough to just repeat last year and replace the entire color. I don't know why. Who would be buying this for the bevel under the thumbstick? I don't understand.
Nintendo is Nintendo, man.
Yeah.
They make the weirdest decisions.
These things will
I don't know.
fucking sell out too. These things are going to sell like hotcakes.
Of course they will.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Nintendo, I mean, they know that they have that their fans are collectors. Not all of them, because I'm not, but
Mhm.
yeah, they'll sell out and they'll sit on people's shelves just to say that they have them, and
Yep.
good for them.
Yep, good for them. Awesome. All right, now negative news for Nintendo. Absence of a major game cited by a Nintendo source as the reason for slow holiday sales, and that is after Metroid Prime 4 released. So that is very interesting to me. We've not heard any data on how Metroid Prime 4 did in the market, but considering they're making this statement after that game, I would say that probably underperformed based on what they're reporting here.
Yeah.
There's-
I thought that I heard that it at least did well, but apparently not enough.
I don't know. And again, this is on IGN. We don't know who this source is. This could be absolute bullshit for all that I know. I'm sure. I mean, it's being
Yeah.
reported on. We don't necessarily know. This isn't coming from someone straight at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say about the Switch 2. Okay?
Let's hear it.
There is no, and I mean no, killer app, killer game on the Switch 2, in my opinion. There is not a system seller on that thing yet after a year. I think Prime 4 underperformed. Mario Kart World, of course, is going to be sellable because of the name Mario Kart, but in my opinion, that
Just
game
Mario
fucking
Kart.
stinks. That game stinks, in my opinion. I could not even do the first cup on that game with those intermission courses. So boring.
Yep.
That's just me. I'm not shitting on things, but I'm not the eternal optimist like Jason. I don't have any problem
Hey.
talking about my issues, okay? Mario Kart World stinks. Donkey Kong Bonanza was very well received, made by the Odyssey team, which is really cool. I don't think Donkey Kong has the pull that the other two do.
He doesn't.
And on top of that, Donkey Kong for the past 8 years has been a side-scrolling, difficult platforming game, and they made a 3D Donkey Kong game, which goes against what the Donkey Kong fans would buy the system for, in my opinion. So,
yeah,
that's a big switch up. Pokemon ZA came out. I think it's a scaled-down version of Arceus.
It is. Yep.
So there's another heavy hitter kind of underperforming. I mean, what else? I mean, it's an indie machine, sure. But what
for sure, but you can play those other places as well too. So no, I agree with you. I don't think the Switch 2 has hit its stride yet.
I don't think so either, but it's what's coming.
I see what you're saying though.
I mean, I'm
Good
excited for Dusk
It
Bloods
just-
from Soft.
okay, Dust Bloods looks. Yep,
I mean, that's
game,
from
apart-
Soft's big deal. Switch exclusive, which is interesting. So
Switch exclusive. FromSoft actually partnered with Nintendo to make that one. Yeah, it looks cool. It's just the Switch 2 just didn't have that. It didn't have Breath of the Wild. You know, it didn't have that launch title that really got people excited. I mean, Mario Kart Worlds got people excited until they realized what they were getting. So,
I mean,
yeah, no, I agree.
It just is unfortunate. I mean, what are we looking for the Switch 2 in 26? I mean, we got Mario Tennis, right? Which is fun, but it's not a system
It's
seller.
fine. Mario Tennis Fever.
Looks like a Yoshi game and a Fire Emblem game.
Yep.
What else? I mean, what else is there?
Okay. I think there's going to be more that they haven't talked about yet.
Of course.
We'll get a direct
Mhm.
in February. Hopefully something cool, something big. I'm just predicting one or two big releases from Nintendo that we don't know about. It won't be a 3D Mario because the Odyssey team worked on Bonanza. That's not enough time in between to put out something. I don't know. We'll have to see. The Nintendo, they've gotten a little worse lately as far as leaks. They were known for like the company that nothing freaking leaked out of. You know, some stuff has leaked, but I still think they've got some stuff hidden that they have let us know about.
Listen, I hope so. I love the Switch. I love what the Switch represents. I think it's a great console. It is just struggling out of the gates, but I mean that's the storyline for the entire generation. I mean, I think PS5 launched weak, Series X launched weak. Here's the issue though with this particular console launch: everything's going up, including Switch 2 prices.
I know.
So there's the potential that this thing will get a killer app and it'll be too late because it's out of gamers' budgets. And then what?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know where that line is for most people. I mean, I can tell you, I don't believe I would be able to buy a new console for $600 to $700 out of my pocket.
No.
It's getting crazy at that point. And if you're going to do that, you just get a pre-built PC, which that was the normal answer. But now PC parts are fucking expensive.
Now you can't.
Yeah. So
now RAM is insane.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's no really good answer. It'll be interesting to see how the industry navigates all this stuff because it is.
I wish I would have bought some of that DDR stuff like a long time ago, and that could be my savings account going forward.
Seriously, there's no sign of that shit slowing down. So, interesting. I think the Switch 2 is a great console. The little I played, I bought it for my wife for Christmas. It's not, or for her birthday. It's not my console, but of course I have easy access to it. I think it's doing a lot of things.
Yeah, it is. And you know, if we're talking about Metroid Prime 4 a little bit, it's a so-so game. it's kind of mad. Like
that's all I've heard.
God, this game's been in development for so long. It looks beautiful. It's just very I don't even know. It's very safe.
It's a AAA story. I mean, it's the story of AAA development. It's not taking any risks, and you can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't finish this one, but you can tell. You know, the game was essentially shut down and restarted at one point, and you can just kind of tell with the open world part in the sand and the bike. You can just tell that they just kind of had to take these levels and just find a way to piece them together. Okay, we're gonna scatter them and put this desert in there, and you just have to drive to each one. And once you get there, and the levels themselves they're great. It's classic Metroid Prime, but the game just I don't know, it just feels pieced together. Yeah. I'm just going off on a tangent here, but Metroid Prime 4 just didn't do enough to I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
keep things going for Nintendo.
It's just interesting to look at. I mean, like I said, I came across very negative. I'm not negative. I want everything to succeed, including anything Nintendo. I am not. I mean, console wars are so 2008. We're not having that discussion.
God, they're the worst.
We're just.
Nope.
I just want everything to succeed. It's just going to be interesting to watch as this progresses through the industry and kind of ruins everything in its path.
For sure.
Alrighty, I think that's going to cover the news. We're going to take one last quick break, and then we're going to end the show. We've got just a couple things to go over in section 3, and we'll be done with our first episode. We're almost there, man. So
yeah.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back to Spawn Point Podcast, Section 3, to wrap everything up. This is going to be our community section in the future. So if you guys want to submit questions, feel free to leave us a comment on YouTube, in Spotify. Consider liking on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Push us out to more people. We would genuinely appreciate it. And, of course, you can send your emails to spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com. That is spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com. We will check that frequently. And if you have a question you want to submit there, and not in the YouTube comments, feel free to do that. But we don't have that luxury today, so we're going to go with a Cam question, Cam-devised question. Here it is, Jason.
Okay, let's hear it.
Where do you draw the line between calling a game retro and calling a game modern? Where's the line for you?
Ooh. I don't know if there is a line.
There's definitely a line, but where is the line? There's a few different ways you can approach this question, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think the retro line is fluid. So that's going to continue to potentially go forward. Right. You can say that retro was cartridge time.
Okay.
That's a potential spot.
Yeah.
You can say retro is, I would say, at the latest PS3 360 era. Right now, maybe. That's kind of where I think. I don't think last gen is retro yet.
No.
My spot, my perfect spot, in my opinion, is GameCube, because I grew up with the GameCube. So that's why I say like GameCube feels retro. But then again, I don't say PS3 is modern.
Right. That's kind of where I thought. Is there a true line?
Maybe not.
Because when I think of retro, I think of old arcade games, like even retro. The Nintendo, the Super. Yeah, that I guess that's super retro. I just have a hard time thinking of like the 360, PS3 days as being retro, but they will be. But then again, you got to factor, my age into
of course,
the conversation, because you're going to get these younger kids that are their first console is the PS5.
Of course.
360 is, oh my gosh, that's just retro.
Right.
Well, then what is the Nintendo to them? Like sticks and stones. I mean,
right.
That's where I find it hard to draw a line. The
Nintendo's walking uphill to school both ways in the rain.
Yes, of course.
It's interesting. It gets fuzzy around the PS3 era for me, in particular, because I play a lot of PS3. I collect for the PS3. I got a collection going, which is fucking stupid. I actually haven't bought a new PS3 game in a long time. That's like a dumb hobby, in my opinion. It's such a waste of money. But I did it for a while there.
Well,
nostalgia. Fucking what can you do?
Yeah,
right?
For sure. I got it too.
It was my main console as a kid, so I just kind of started stocking up on shit that I didn't have as a kid that now I don't play.
I get it.
But if I play a PS3 game, I'm not calling that modern.
No,
it's not.
No, I'm not calling it modern either. But I don't know if I call it retro either. It's that middle ground.
This comes up a lot for me because I do live stream and I live stream PS3, and it's like it's not really like what do I fucking like what I don't know. It's interesting.
What do you call it?
Yeah.
But then you also got to think about there's a lot of these games. Let's go back to Pipistrello. I started playing that. That looks like it could have come out on the Game Boy Advance.
I fucking love that, by the way. Love when they do that.
Right, and the coolest thing about it is it has the retro look, but plays a little bit more modern.
Of course.
It's just the technology. It has has a lot more built into it. The game, those old GBA games, could be beaten, pretty quick. Pipistrello, I'm not super far into it yet, but looks like it could last a while. So it's taking that retro look and sort of style into the modern gaming age.
Right.
So where do you put that into retro? New retro, like retro-like? I these terms and these titles and stuff sometimes just
they're stupid.
I don't know. They are stupid, and I feel like it more just kind of describes a general idea of what
sure.
it is.
So there is no answer.
Time frame.
We're leaving this with there is no fucking answer. Call it what you want, dude. That's what it comes down to. Great
question. I just hard to answer.
I love going back to old games. How often do you go back?
Oh, I go often.
Yeah, I do too.
Quite often.
And it's just there's something. I don't think it's for everybody.
No,
there's just something about the way just looking at games and seeing the industry and how it operated back then compared to how it is now is such a it's a crazy thing to experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just last week I started playing Super Mario World again. Classic. Through the Switch 2's
fucking
SNES.
Classic.
Classic. Still feels great.
Of course.
To this day. Feels great. I mean, obviously it's one of the best, platformers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I go back quite often.
Absolutely. So
that's what I grew up with.
So. Listen to our show. We're gonna give you some fucking gems from back then, and don't be afraid if you're a youngster. All right, there's some friction. I'm running into a lot of friction I didn't remember from when I was a kid. Playing through the original Assassin's Creed. I loved that game as a kid. That game fucking is repetitive as shit as an adult. But games were made differently back then. It's just cool to experience.
Yes, they were.
As we get older.
And that also, just a little side point here. There's all kinds of games being remastered, reworked and stuff. And you hop in and you play those, and part of you is like, yeah, this is kind of how I remember it. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then until you see the original, you're like,
until you go back.
Oh,
right.
Oh, okay. So I'm at least glad they're doing stuff like that.
I love it, and I love that Switch is up is porting those old all those old games to their system, keeping the history alive, which is incredible. I know that there's probably not a massive market for that stuff. I don't know how many people are utilizing that, but I want to make it very clear that you should play those old games, and yes, the mechanics are different. They're going to be a lot different than what you're used to, but that adds to the charm of those games, in my opinion.
It sure does. It sure does.
Definitely good way to do it. Yeah. Also cheap. You can get those games cheap as hell.
Yes.
In most cases, unless they're a super collectible for psychopaths, but then you can emulate it. And
if you want to go buy the old cartridge and stuff like that, you're going to be paying a little bit of money. But with especially on the Switch 2 with the SNES collection, the NES collection, yes, it doesn't have everything, but it does have some of the key.
Got the heavy hitters.
Has the heavy hitters on it. So we're checking out.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're going to continue to talk about retro as we go, as we did today. I mean, we fucking had a PS1 game in here today. So, yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it. We kind of ran long with this episode. I think that's okay, but hopefully you guys stuck around for our Ramblecast. This is our first episode, as I've mentioned many times throughout this show, and I mentioned in the intro video. It's going to happen. We're still trying to work out all the kinks and stuff like that. Honestly, I feel very good at the end of this episode. I think we did a good job. Good. It was long. I would say it was long, but we covered everything, and I'm happy with how it turned out, and hopefully you guys are happy as well. Would love you guys' feedback in the comments section, at our email, spawnpointnetwork@outlook.com. Send it there. But yeah, we're growing. Hopefully you guys are growing along with us, and it'll only go up from here.
Around.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We look forward to having you back next week for some more fun gaming conversation. Jason, thank you for everything.
Of course. Thank you.
Absolutely. We will see you guys next week.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. See you guys next week. Take care of yourselves.
See ya.